Hello and welcome to Homefront Headlines. I'm Amanda Weinstein and this is
Casey Weinstein, her husband. And
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's. And I am her Valentine. Sorry, guys.
I've decided.
Oh, okay, good. Good. She did decide.
There was a vote. I voted for you.
Oh. It's just, just the right words to say to a politician.
Speaking of Valentine's Day, I would love to talk about some love that is in the air between Elon Musk and Trump. Those two really like each other.
That was some weird stuff, man. That was like the Oval Office of Trump just sitting there like this. And Elon looking like a Nazi, like just in his whole getup.
Looks like it.
Yeah.
He didn't salute or anything. He had his hands like this to avoid
he didn't do
like
a
the Nazi
Sig Heil
salute or something.
He didn't, but he was like sort of like
it's awkward.
It was like an SNL skit. Like it wasn't. Oh,
it was
an SNL
I'm sure
skit.
There will be an SNL skit.
Do you remember the Barack Obama and the Rock Obama?
Yes.
It was like this, but Elon Musk just had weird, bizarre, scary, deranged stuff to say.
It's unprecedented. When have we ever had a press conference where someone spoke for the president the entire time?
Could you imagine?
As if he was running. It's like, oh my God, the visuals, the optics on this. He's clearly Elon's puppet right now. And he's not even denying it.
Yeah. And could you imagine if Joe Biden had a George Soros conference with George Soros?
Now, what's the difference between George Soros and Elon Musk for everyone?
He's Jewish.
There's that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, just absolutely wild that Elon Musk literally bought himself the presidency. Everything the right has been saying about George Soros, which isn't true, by the way, because he mostly gives to human rights organizations, but because he's Jewish, they think he's controlling everything. They thought he was buying government. That's what happened.
That's what
Elon did. The dude is meeting with foreign leaders. He met with the president of India. He's being the president.
Every accusation is a confession for them. Let's just be clear. Every accusation they make is a clear confession. But to me, one of the weirdest and also most entertaining parts of this press conference was definitely Elon's kid. First of all, cute kid.
Should not have been used as a prop in a press conference.
But I love a kid that will shush President Trump. You go, kid.
Shushed him.
You go.
That kid, kids
love
know.
it.
Kids know.
Kids know.
Dogs know. Cats know. Kids know. The kid looked at Trump and was like, you just need
shush your mouth.
Just stop. That child spoke for many people in America.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But at a press conference that had nothing really to do with children that I could see. Now, I love kids in politics, right? Our kids have seen Cory Booker speak. They have
they made the New York Times.
They have thrown Cheerios he had to walk on during a speech. Sorry about that, Cory Booker.
Yeah.
He handled like a champ.
Yeah.
However, right, I love kids in politics when we're talking about how we can build a world for our children, when we're talking about investing in education, investing in their futures, when we're talking about universal school lunches, when we're talking about the hearing aid bill that you did for children. Let's bring kids into politics as long as we're doing things for them, which they're not doing. They're doing the opposite. They're taking away the Department of Education, which provides education for kids from a variety of backgrounds and disabilities. They're doing so much to take things away from children, but parading around a token kid.
Yeah. The optics versus what they were saying was so weird. And Trump was so bad with him too, just basically totally ignored him. I don't know.
Trump is not a father. Right. No. He's a biological father. He's not a dad. I think I'm pretty sure he has admitted. He's admitted to never once changing a diaper.
Yeah.
Sorry, not a dad.
You've got the kid there while Musk is talking about dramatically scaling back the programs that help children and families. The richest, the optics of this half-trillionaire guy who, almost $500 billion, who knows? He has limitless money. Axing people's livelihoods and taking away their ability to do their job to help the most vulnerable in our country is just wild.
It's wild. Not only is it wild, and it's terrible, right? Terrible human toll, terrible toll on children. It's also not efficient, right? Not investing in our youngest Americans, taking away their access to education is a recipe to tank the economy long term when we don't have the most educated workforce in the world.
Amanda is an economist.
I think I'm economist Barbie today.
Economist Barbie.
I wanted to wear pink for Valentine's, but also I am a little bit.
I am not
Barbie.
Valentine's friendly at all, except for the drink. This is a mocktail.
No, although you are technically wearing my favorite color. You could claim that as the reason.
Okay. Yeah, she does like black. She may be wearing pink today, but she does like black.
I also like pink. They go together.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just really dark with Musk. Like, it's dark, not just because of him being a flaming jerk and but just like the richest man in the world bought himself into the presidency and is now essentially running it and calling the shots. And Trump, who usually hates to not be in the spotlight, suddenly can let Elon take it over, just lording over him. It is so bad for our democracy. And I go back to Citizens United, which opened up the floodgates, was the Supreme Court decision that opened up the floodgates to unlimited spending. And this is the inevitable result. Someone bought the White House. They bought it. Yeah. And surprise, he doesn't have our best intentions at heart either.
Shocker.
Yeah. So anyways.
And all of it, first of all, he's like also up there claiming to be transparent while doing it in the least transparent way with the weirdest like teenage boys up there or something, right? It's all strange. But also like all of the things he's doing have nothing to do with inflation or the cost of eggs in the grocery store.
But let's talk about that.
So how's it? Oh, you
the numbers. I do the numbers.
How's inflation doing?
Kai Rizdal. I do the numbers.
Yeah, that's good. I like Kai Rizdal.
They're bad. They're trending back up again.
What?
It's almost like tariffs and the threat of further tariffs
and volatility.
And all the volatility
and the federal government cuts.
breaking down international relations and increasing the threat of war in the Middle East. And, it is not good for prices.
Not good for business.
And they're up significantly.
Yeah. I've heard people say like, well, you know what? All the crazy stuff Elon's doing, this is what we voted for. This is what the American people voted for. What do you think? Is this what they voted for?
I didn't vote for the highest egg prices in the ever, price these. Hey, Trump, guess what, buddy? You got it. You own it. This inflation economy, which appears to be kicking back into gear, is yours, man. And the problem is, I'm not an economist. I am married to one. The problem is all of the remedies are going to cause more inflation. He just threatened a 25% tariff on, I think it was oil. He's threatening it on steel. He's threatening it across the world for our closest trading partners and our closest allies. Like, we have enough enemies in the world. The fact that we're making enemies of Europe, Mexico, and Canada is insane. And those are taxes that we pay. So his solution is to make things more expensive.
I mean, he ran on a campaign of look how bad Bidenomics was and inflation and prices. He ran on that. He has done nothing but cause prices to increase further. Yeah. Right. He ran on I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what Project 2025 is. I don't know what project. I don't know what you're talking about. Right. That's what he ran on.
Right. Oh, and he's threatening the independence of the Federal Reserve, who would normally be really careful about interest rates and not necessarily lower them when they think it's going to cause a spike in inflation. And he's going and saying, no, lower the rates. Lower the rates. I got tariffs coming. We need to lower the rates, which causes further inflation, which ends up hurting Americans and making things unaffordable. Homes, cars, and the groceries, all of the staples and things that we need to get by. Mm-hmm. So let's hope that, because I do want the country to do well, let's hope Trump sees the light and there's some common sense or some adults in the room. But so far, 3 weeks in? What are we, 3 weeks or 3 years?
There's just a room where the smartest person in there is a child telling the president to shush his mouth. That's what we've got here. Yeah. Love it. Love that kid.
That kid is the smartest in the room. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm here for it.
Yeah. But they're also setting the tone for our nation right now, which is not great.
But just like a divisive, angry tone.
Yes. Yeah. But we're seeing the same thing at the state level. Yeah. So what kind of bills are you seeing the Republicans put in the Ohio State House right now and state houses across the country?
Well, there's a bill called Senate Bill 1. The fact that they called it Senate Bill 1 tells you it's their highest priority. And it's a bill to kill the woke and DEI in our amazing state colleges.
Scary. The woke and DEI.
Ohio is losing population.
Correct.
But one of our we're
like 40. Last time I checked, we're 47th in job growth.
And we are struggling economically in so many ways. But one bright spot is our amazing public universities.
Oh,
so what do we focus on? We're going to force them to teach both sides of the Holocaust in the classroom, which upon questioning the bill's sponsor confirmed he would welcome that discussion and that universities would have to accept those views, even if they didn't agree with them.
Just like, this is what I still don't get. It's like participation ribbons.
Yeah.
So, right. So I have to give an A to someone even though they're wrong. Just give them like, well, I know you thought
here,
this
Johnny,
didn't happen.
I'm sorry. Don't want to hurt your feelings and tell you that you were wrong and say that 9/11 happened or civil rights was good. Was good. I'm sorry. I don't want to make you feel bad. Here, you're okay.
Here's your A.
What this bill does is empower little Johnny to go report on his professor if he feels like his views, you
didn't get the A for the good people on both sides of the Holocaust.
And let me tell you, 800 people submitted testimony for this. And I think 775 of them were against this bill. 200 people showed up. Good for you. Thank you for showing up at the State House. You want to talk about the resistance and activism? This is it. Showing up and testifying.
People are showing up. I saw the videos of people there at the State House in Columbus. People are showing up. They're pissed.
They are. And thousands of students signed petitions.
Mm-hmm. You don't have to go to DC.
You don't.
Plenty of work
right at your state house. There's a lot of BS going on at the State House. One student supported the bill, and showed up for that. So this was overwhelmingly against. The schools didn't ask for it. The students aren't asking for it, and yet we passed it in the Senate.
I mean, this is their playbook. This is their playbook for every Republican, as far as I can tell, for every Republican group in every state, including the White House. It's to invent a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And then claim you have the solution to said invented problem, and then claim have fixed it.
Right.
We have seen it. We saw him do a TikTok. Yes, it's like tears.
He banned TikTok initially.
It's like healthcare. The healthcare one is driving me nuts a little bit right now too, right? Republicans lost their ever-loving shit when Michelle Obama wanted more nutritious school lunches.
Yeah.
How dare she?
Right. Big government.
Trump unrolled and undid the work Michelle Obama did.
Yeah.
Trump did that.
Yeah.
And then now Trump and RFK are saying, you know what? Our school lunches aren't very healthy. We've got a problem.
We're going to fix it. And Michelle Obama's over there like,
Make America. Oh yeah. He released the Make America Healthy Again initiative.
I miss Michelle and Barack. I really do.
Me too.
Maybe, hey, if Trump can run for a third term though, Barack could come back. Just saying. Our kids are being very loud. They're jumping upstairs. They're like, they turn into Tyrannosaurus Rex. Oh, hey, we see you. You made it on. There's our own little cameo from our little guy.
I mean, at least we're talking about like things we would love for our kids and good things rather than.
Right. I do want to give a shout out to everybody who showed up at the State House for that bill. It just sucks that
it makes does it make a difference? As a legislator?
Well, in the end, a couple of Republicans voted no. And
helps. Why does that help?
I'll tell you in a sec. One Republican didn't show up. What that means is if the governor were to veto this bill, which there's a non-zero chance that he would if it passes the House and gets to him, we may be able to sustain a veto, meaning we couldn't override it. And we may be able to prevent this bill from becoming law, because what this will do is drive great teachers and professors away, which will drive investment away, which will drive students away and create a vicious cycle for our great universities, which are the heartbeat of our economy in this state. So I don't know, Miss Economist, is education important?
So important. It's like the whole ball game, really.
Yeah. And like a loser of the week. We just want to throw that out there too. A new segment I'm starting.
Oh, loser of the week.
To Pete Hegseth, who just went
there's so many
came out of the gate and just said Ukraine it's not realistic for them. They got to give up this, and this, and this. And then somewhere he got asked, well, what does Russia have to give up? And he couldn't answer the question. So he's going out there and being like, no NATO membership, no US support. You're just going to have to give up your lands. Russians fought and died hard for those lands. That's what Trump said. And then What will Russia
for whose lands?
Yeah.
For Ukraine's lands?
Yeah.
Okay.
How?
Also, Russia, who doesn't like us.
Yeah.
Russia does not like America or Americans or democracy.
We're picking fights with our friends and we're cozying up to Putin, which is just like, it makes me really sad about our country and where we stand in the world right now. Because as Ronald Reagan said, we're supposed to be that shining city on the hill. We're supposed to be a beacon of light, of liberty and freedom. And we are acting like the exact opposite of that. And Americans and Ohioans are hurting because of that. And internationally, we talked about USAID on another show, but internationally people are hurting too.
I mean, but also, did you hear about the people who came to protest Hegseth?
No. Oh, do tell.
So a lot of the DEI stuff actually helps military spouses. Because they have trouble accessing jobs when they're moving constantly. So accessing things like a remote work job in the federal government is very helpful for spouses of military families who have the skill sets to do this job. And when Trump does things like take away the ability to remote work, that really affects, for example, military spouses. And they were not happy about this.
Wow. The term DEI, they throw it around, but there are a lot of families, military families, families of kids with special needs across the country, Republican and Democrat, who are feeling that and will be negatively impacted. And,
because it's really about removing barriers so that people can access opportunity. That's what DEI is all about. So when you say you're going to take it away, what you are saying is I want to construct more barriers to make it harder for some people to access opportunity. Yeah,
they have this sense that it's like, oh, it's not about, you don't have to work hard and you just get it because you're a Latino or you're Black or you're a woman. No,
you get it because you worked hard.
Work hard, you should achieve opportunity.
Yeah.
And all that is letting those that work hard, who have those barriers in place, have the opportunity. We're all about freedom of opportunity, and we are about merit, but it should go to everyone who deserves that opportunity, and it just doesn't. So anyways, that's what I think about that.
No.
Yeah.
DEI. I know it's their new boogeyman. They're so scary.
Yeah, it's
so
a
scary.
Code. It's a code word for.
I know.
For people who don't look.
CRT, DEI.
Yeah.
It's all
the next thing.
Yeah, we know what you mean.
We'll push back and we'll win. Look, I'm already feeling.
There's already been wins.
There have been, and I'm feeling it already for 2026. People are going to show up and start to set ourselves back on the right course. So. This has been another episode of Homefront Headlines. I am Casey Weinstein, and this is my better half.
I'm Amanda Weinstein.
Happy Valentine's again to you all, and have a great rest of the weekend, and cheers. Take care.
Can't get enough Meidas? Check out the Meidas Plus Substack for ad-free articles, reports, podcasts, daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, and more. Sign up for free now at MeidasPlus.com.